Mason. How is everybody? I hope well. I'm just so, like every other American, appalled and disgusted and heartbroken by the incident in Atlanta last week when a young Christian man uh, shot up three of those Asian massage parlors and killing some 8 people. The majority of them Asian women trying to make a living, trying to raise their families, trying to get by in the world and live the American dream. And I was appalled that that police official, the captain of the sheriff's department, talked like he was, poor guy just having a bad day. That's appalling. That attitude sometimes pops up a lot on law enforcement agencies. Not all of them. I'm not a cop basher, but that sentiment does lurk around. White skin privilege, the cultural privilege that white people have that's culturally based, is very real. It shows up in our politics, it shows up in our culture, and in the enforcement of laws and public policy. This is not acceptable. This is the result of the underlying systemic racism in this country. Yes, systemic racism is real and is a thing. It's something we must continue to resist. And it didn't help when our so-called commander-in-chief kept referring to the coronavirus as the Kung flu and the China virus, thereby identifying Asian people, particularly Chinese people, with the virus that's killed hundreds of thousands of Americans. While he's done nothing to put it down, he did nothing. Nothing to advance the manufacture of gowns and masks and PPEs for health workers. Nothing to prevent the virus or move forward vaccines. He has done nothing except make a scapegoat. That's leadership for good or bad. Fortunately, we got a good man. I mean, he needs work. He needs to be watched. But he's a fine man, Joe Biden. I believe his heart is in the right place. We just got to keep on top of him. And we'll beat the coronavirus. And just as we're on the way of beating the coronavirus, like I said, first off, it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. I got my second vaccine shot a couple weeks ago. When your turn comes, go for it. But the health experts recommend wear a mask, wash your hands, social distance. Just put up with that for a little while longer. And we'll see the light at the end of the tunnel. We'll see an end to this. Australia did it, New Zealand did it, South Korea did it. We can do it. And just as we can beat the coronavirus, we can beat the virus of racism in our country. We've got to. Support your fellow citizens of Asian descent and African descent and Native descent. As they deal with racism, it's not inevitable. Kids aren't born racist. They don't consciously grow up to be racist. They're taught to be racist. Let's help people unlearn racism. It's doable. And let's challenge it wherever you find it. Don't accept the racist talk. Don't accept it in our media. Challenge it. Stand up to it. Join our fellow Americans of color as they struggle with it. I'll do my part. And also, in May 18th in Pennsylvania, is the primary election day. Whatever day is your primary day, get out and vote. Educate yourselves about the issues. Ask the questions of the candidates. That's what they're there for. They're running for office to work for us. Therefore, we must hold them accountable about what they do or don't do. Then get out and vote. And I take this time to support call a shout out to H.R. 1 in Washington, the For the People Act. It is a bill that would make it easier for people to vote. Stop all these artificially created legislative roadblocks that Republicans in state legislatures are putting up. Like the state of Georgia. They passed a very their legislature passed a very restrictive voter registration bill that would keep people from voting, particularly targeting people of color, and they know damn well. And there's also being criminalized people who give food and water to people waiting in line to vote. Can you beat that? The For the People Act, H.R. 1. Please learn about it and urge your senator and congress member to vote for it. It will truly be a leap forward in making our government more definitely of, by, and for the people. And I take this time to put a shout out for Hemperific Wellness Oils, Hemperific LLC. They're a little store on 15th and Snyder in South Philadelphia, and they sell cannabis-based oils and candies and drinks. It's really good. Check them out, please. And I give another shout out to my dear friend Michelle Snow. She's a career counselor who will coach you and support you and motivate you and help you network as you go along your career. She's wonderful. Look her up. Her web address is growwithsnow.com. Please look her up. Okay, that's it for now. Let's stay strong. We'll beat these two evils, coronavirus and racism. Bye.